Well, hello there, it's Liam from New Cars and Parts, and I'm with Dennis and a Monaro LS HQ. HQ happens to be my favourite Holden of all time. My dad actually had a HQ Premier station wagon, and it was powered by a 253 V8. I'm guessing this has got a V8 in it as well, Dennis?
Yeah, 253 V8 in this one.
Okay, well, that was a good guess. I didn't know. I can see you've got the Tri-Matic transmission.
Yeah, we've got the Tri-Matic and 3 on the tree.
Well,
3 on the tree. And, referred to as an automatic on the steering wheel.
Yeah, so a column shift automatic transmission rather than the T-bar, which was around in the day.
Yeah, they were around in the day. Yeah.
Yep. So. But we're so familiar these days with, the Monaro GTS, a lot to be said about those, but the Monaro LS was a rather strange beast, and I believe the LS stood for luxury sport, is that right?
Yeah, it stood for luxury sport. A lot of people didn't like them, but I love it.
They didn't like this?
No, they preferred the GTS.
Well, fair enough. But this looks sensational. Now, before we pressed record on the camera, you were telling me that you've owned this since 1999.
Yeah, I bought it in '99 as a wreck. I was away on holidays up at Lake Ngambie, and we found it in the wreckers up there. Convinced the wife that I should buy it and bring it home. She said, "What are you buying that heap of junk for?" So I brought it home, son and I started work on it.
Well, you're a lucky man on two counts, Dennis. One, that you found this car, and two, that you got a wife that would let you buy it as a wreck. So if this was bought as a wreck, what did you have to do to get it back on the road?
Well, we started off, we went back to bare metal and cut out all the rust.
Is this the original colour?
Yeah, this is the original colour, original vinyl roof, not the original vinyl roof, a replacement vinyl roof.
Was that vinyl roof was a standard on the LS to give it a bit of a luxury look?
Yeah, this is how they would have come from the factory.
Okay, excellent. And the interior, you had to redo that?
Yeah, we had to do all the interior. It looked like a tribe of monkeys had lived in it before I got it.
And a bare metal respray, I'm guessing. Did the engine and everything come out?
Yeah, the whole lot, right back to just the shell, and put on the rotisserie and took it from there.
Oh, so it was even crooked?
No, it wasn't crooked, but we put it on the rotisserie so we could work easier to work on, get the underneath, paint the underneath, and do all the bits and pieces.
Okay, so if we were to spin this car over, if we did have a rotisserie, we'd see it's as clean underneath as it is on the exterior.
Yeah, almost.
and driven in the rain?
Not very often,
well,
unless I get caught in the rain.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it does, and what a great day to have a Monaro display day. So if it was raining this morning, Dennis, would you have come out?
Yeah, to this event. This is one of the premium events with the club, so the last couple of years we've come down in the rain.
Yes, well, I'm glad that Melbourne's decided to put on a stunning day for you, perfect temperature. Now, the 253 V8, I believe this came out in the later HK series, is that right?
Yeah, well, I think it did come out then.
And so this was the all-Australian V8, wasn't it? Because the others were imported from America?
Yeah, this is an Aussie-built one.
So it's pretty much an all-Australian car, unlike a lot of the other Monaros around here. You can lay title to the fact that yours is an all-Aussie car.
Yeah, I think so.
Including the transmission?
Yeah, just got the Tri-Matic, the normal Tri-Matic.
A Borg Warner, weren't they?
No, I'm not sure whether they were or not.
Oh, I'll have to check that up when I get back. I'm sure I've written about it somewhere on the website. So everything on this car, I believe, is stock, Dennis.
Yeah, when we were rebuilding it, we decided that we'd take it back as close as we could to stock.
And you've done an excellent job. I'm just looking at the interior, and I can see that you've even got the original radio in there.
Yeah, we've got the original radio, which crackles and bangs and carries on. But
And being a luxury sport Monaro, it's got all the instrumentation, but instead of giving the GTS sort of like a finish to the dashboard, it's got what looks to me like the Premier sort of fake wood grain timber dash.
Yeah, that's the fascia The fascia is a GTS fascia. That's not the original dash that came with the car. It's not an LS dash. That's a GTS dash that I put in it.
Ah, so not 100% stock.
No.
What difference is there between the LS dash and the GTS dash?
Just a few extra gauges and it looks better.
It looks very, and you need extra gauges, don't you?
Well, sometimes you look at them.
Yes. So you've got a tacho, a clock, a speedo, of course.
Yep.
What else have you got in there?
Fuel, temperature, amps.
That's pretty much all you need. That's what a modern day sports car would have.
Yeah.
It's got more than my BMW's got. Well, Dennis, it's I'm very impressed with this car. You've owned it since 1999, bought it at a wreckers, stripped it back to bare metal, I put it on the rotisserie, repainted it, brought it back to original, except for the dash, but
Yep.
but managed to get the original. Was that? I've got to ask you, was that radio in the car when you bought it?
Yeah, that's the original radio.
The original radio. You've reupholstered it. I'm assuming recarpeted it, judging by the condition you described the seats. It looks absolutely stunning. What I normally do is I take a few photos so that when we're having this chat during the video, I put some photos on, and I'm going to ask you to pop the hood so we can take some photos of that fantastic 253. But thanks, Dennis. It's been great having a chat to you.
Yeah,
Good on you, mate. Thank you. Bye bye.
There's a great new feeling in the new generation Holden. Get the feeling.
65 big changes make a world of difference to Holden. Perhaps the most exciting change of all is Holden's new all-Australian economical 253 V8 engine. Now everyone can join the V8 Plus because the cost is right. Get the great feeling of the new Holden 253 V8 engine today. Be one of the first to experience the thrill of this great new all-Australian V8. Drive a new Holden today.